This story is straight out of George Orwell's 1984. If you don't know what I'm talking about, George Orwell wrote this book where there is what he called the thought police, and they would police what is happening in your brain, what not, and what. A very interesting book where we kind of like started to hear the term Big Brother. That's where we thinking. Now, there's a story from the UK. How you would think these things are a joke? Nope, it's not. A British man, a British Christian, was arrested for thinking prayer, for thinking of talking about God, for praying silently. That's what he was arrested for. His crime is communicating with God without being vocal. He didn't say anything. The fact that you were praying in your head. No. Look at it. Praying in your head. Hey. Azakala. It's a reality show with the Daily Christian Commentary. If it's your first time over here, do be sure check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comment. I'm going to check you out over there. The Bible says there will be a time when they will no longer give an ear to sound doctrine. It will become difficult for people to give an ear to what is true. Man prayed. This story goes a little bit earlier on. So he went to pray near a thingy clinic there, and they arrested him. He's a veteran. And at first they gave him a fine. And then later on, they then said that he had violated a particular rule, and this thing, I think they call it it's a violation of the Public Space Protection Order, and this means like there are certain things you can't do in public, basically. The Bible. I almost said the Bible. I'm so used to. I'm so used to reading the Bible. Everything is the Bible says. Now, there are certain things you cannot do in public in the UK, and because they keep adding new laws. You see this thing of them writing in new laws. Sometimes it has a good and a bad side to it. It has a bad side because some of the laws that they then establish have already been covered, but they leave a loophole for all kinds of interpretations. And so rules like this, or this thingy that was enabled in 2024, for an example, this type of rules of how people should interact with the space and other people, it's what creates the kind of tyranny. Praying silently. In other words, it's something straight out of what George Orwell used to call the thought police in 1984, if you've read the book. There's even people that have made like movie versions of it and stuff like that. Even the article actually goes to kind of like acknowledge that particular idea. It says it can be a crime to think the wrong thoughts in the wrong place. It sounds absurd, not to mention Orwellian. By Orwellian, they mean like an idea out of George Orwell's book. Basically, that's what they are citing. For Adam Smith, that's exactly what has happened. This particular man right now, who has now been arrested pertaining praying. Laws that make absolutely no sense. It's not the first time this has been. You will remember, and here there's an article on the 31st of October, you can see from the press. It does speak about this woman's story, okay, was arrested for silently praying outside Tararatata in Birmingham. Okay? She was arrested for praying in her head. In simple terms. You could not put it more simpler than that. How are you arresting people for? It's in there. It's the end time, I'm telling you. You see, stop being comfortable. Something's going on here. That is vowed. Okay? This is what it says. This Emma has strong feelings concerning this particular subject, and she wore a t-shirt that says this particular words right there. Now remember, these things YouTube does not like us saying. So to stay within the right of being able to communicate, I will not be saying these particular words. And so she went, she did the same thing, she prayed, and she herself was thinking. Now you'll see there it says that this is due to the UK's brand new safe access law. They have another one. So on the other one they said P what. Here they have another one, safe access law. Okay, which comes in effect in September 24. It made it criminal and an offense to do anything within 200 meters of in the influence of someone's decision, to try and influence someone's decision, basically. So basically, you cannot deter people. Now you'll remember, in Israel there was actually a law there was one particular law thingy, Parliament MP, who was pushing for a certain law that would restrict people from evangelizing. So that's what they are saying here. It's practically the same thing. You cannot be doing things that lead other people towards conviction. So you see, this type of laws will make it illegal to evangelize soon. The very same law. It's ideas like this that make it illegal soon. You'll remember in South Africa here, not even outside. In South Africa, we had a threat, okay, from the from the FPB, the publication, the film and publication broadcasting, what. Instead of dealing with things to do with films, they were threatening that we had to submit every single video media we make. They said the law would make it. And guess when they established that law? When their funny tapes were coming out. When people were being exposed for funny tapes. That's when they put that law. Okay? I don't know how far they went with that, because they're going to do whatever they want. But they were seeking to do that thing, you would remember, not long ago. There are countries where they vowed. It's like you'll wonder, do these people have brains? Are they thinking when they are seeking to try and establish this type of laws? For example, did you know that in the UK, according to the Licensing Act of 1872, okay, it is prohibited to be drunk in certain locations. There are certain places you cannot be drunk. Now I can understand things, but if you look into it further, as a matter of fact, it actually does even include pubs. Okay, it actually does go on to actually include pubs as well, in the sense in which that it puts it. And if you go any more further, there are places also where in the UK where within the metropolitan area, right? According to the Metropolitan Police Act of 1839, it is actually illegal. You can be arrested for cleaning a carpet outside. Okay? The only thing you can clean is a doormat. And even that before 8 a.m. So if you do it after... There are laws and rules and things that they put up that don't make sense. Basically, it gives them room to arrest you for anything. It makes the government your owner. It makes the government your owner. These things are a threat to public freedom. And now, you can see, this is not Dubai. This is not some Arab country where we know that just the mere act of even holding up a phone can get you arrested. In the UK, arrested for thinking a prayer. realize where you are and see it. Some of these countries are going to start copying all this nonsense that you are seeing here. Strict Reality Show, we do daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of a YouTube show, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. Wake up. Because something's going on here. While we are here busy debating each other about nothing. Debating each other about nothing. A lot is happening around us. You'll remember it is the very same UK that a parent had a child, I think the child was disabled, and the government refused for the parents to make a decision on whether the child should live or what, and the government wanted to take the decision to say the child must not. The parents they said they want their child like that. They don't care if the child will live short, nothing. It's their child. They wanted their child. And they had to take the government to the court. I don't remember. I think they even ended up losing that case. I can't remember exactly. The government is coming to a point where it seeks power, almost the same way you see the Antichrist function, at a point at which you are the property of the government. Very dangerous ideas that they are talking here. It's Ricky. Y'all tell me your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will see you on later on. Wake up, for your redemption draws nigh.